Welcome to the Advanced Software Architecture course. My name is Michel Chaudron, and this is the lecture Documenting in UML Part 3. In this lecture, we will present the component and class diagrams that are used for representing the structure view. Component diagrams provide a high-level overview of the structure of a system. Component diagrams show which are the major units of functionality and show the ways in which these units are connected. Connections should be described by well-defined interfaces. From the perspective of one component, it provides some service to others and requires other services from others in order to function. Required interfaces can be connected to provided interfaces if they mutually agree on a contract. A contract defines the terms of service of an interface. One possible use of component diagrams is to show which off-the-shelf technologies can be used and which components need to be built anew. The image on this slide shows an example of a component diagram. A component diagram displays the structural relationship of components of a system. These diagrams are used when working with complex systems that have many components, and a system needs to be described at a high level of abstraction. Components communicate with each other using interfaces. The interfaces may be linked using connectors. Connectors are represented in the diagram by lines between provided and required interfaces. It is common in many architectures to have a default connection style. Often this is assumed to be request-response, which is then implemented by method calling, and in such cases no explicit connector is used in the diagram. Interface definitions are very important in an architecture because they allow separate teams of developers to design and build their components independently, as long as the implementation supports the contract defined by the interface. By connecting provided and required interfaces, components can be plugged or wired or glued together as shown in the figure. Class diagrams are the most used UML diagram type. A class is the main building block of any object-oriented solution. Class diagrams show the classes in a system, their attributes and operations, and the relationships between classes. In most modeling tools, a class has three parts: a class name at the top, attributes in the middle, and operations or methods at the bottom. In large systems with many related classes, classes are grouped together to create class diagrams. Different relationships between classes are shown by different types of arrows. Now we will walk through an example of a class diagram. In class diagrams, classes are represented by rectangular boxes that contain three compartments. The top compartment contains the name of the class, the middle compartment contains the attributes of the class, and the bottom compartment contains the operations that the class implements. The relations between classes are called associations. Various types of relations exist. We won't go into details here, but different shapes at the tail and head of the line indicate different types of relations. The numbers and symbols next to the association represent the multiplicity of the association. They indicate the number of class instances that can be involved on both sides of the association. When compared to component diagrams, class diagrams generally show a bit more detail than component diagrams. Component diagrams are at a high level of abstraction. Class diagrams can be used both in domain analysis and in the design and implementation of a system. The lecture Documenting Software Architecture with Views in UML, Part 3, is finished. Thanks for watching.